Boom! Here we go. It's the weekend. Tottenham against Aston Villa. Tomorrow evening, Brentford against West Ham. 3 o'clock this afternoon. Is anyone's bum going? Is anyone's bum going? It's going to be interesting. It's going to be really interesting. And look who's here. Hang on. Look who's here.
You got it, mate. You got it.
Watch out. The sheriff's about.
He is.
Watch out. The sheriff's about, cause you better watch out. The sheriff's about. See, there you go.
He was very tired last night, mate. I could feel myself.
Yeah, I know. We didn't finish late long after you.
Did you not? Oh, I wish I put something in the bloody private chat, mate.
There you go. No, it's all right. We were about another 20 minutes, something like that, and it was we was all done, mate. You know. Big up to everyone in the chat for being in. Big up to Nige for sending everyone over. Another great show from Penfold again, as John Panda called him.
I can see that.
Big up the giant panda, by the way. It's all in good spirits, mate. Trust me, it's all in good spirits. It's all blinding stuff. Look, it's gonna be a great show today. We'll get involved with the people in the chat. You never know. I might slink me out. I might not as well, though. But here we go. Sheriff, how are you, mate? How are you? Looking forward to the weekend?
Of course, mate. It's a 3-day weekend this weekend.
I was talking about the football, Sheriff.
Well, either way, mate, I'm going to the pub. So it will be a good weekend. Either way. I mean, how compass mentis I'll be by 7 o'clock tomorrow night, I don't know.
It'd be interesting.
But I will do my best to watch the football in the pub.
Good stuff, mate. Good stuff.
I might even
try and tune in.
I will sneak on at half time, mate.
There you go. The sheriff. Amstel. That'll be a sight for sore eyes. The sheriff at half time in the Villa game over the pub on his blower telling us sweet things.
Yeah. Well, if it's not going well, mate, there could be a few profanities.
There could be. But there you go.
But that's normal. That's normal for a watch along.
We'll say a few hellos, Sheriff. Would you rather? I'll get stuck in. Pete's in. Morning, Pete. How are you? Yeah. The Sheriff's here, Pete. He's here today.
Now, you know Saturdays, unless I go out Friday nights, so I'm always on here Saturdays.
Always. He's always on here on a Saturday.
Not every Saturday.
Sheriff, you on in the morning for the weekend match day show?
Of course.
Tomorrow morning?
If I get up.
If I'm
not up, mate, phone me.
Doing? Hey, if I get up. What's going on here? If I get up. What about the people?
I know we're
sitting waiting for you.
But a 3-day weekend, mate, is a bit of a let's go mad one.
Oh dear. It's all right, people. I'll be here. Don't worry.
I'll be up.
Come rain or shine, Cookie will be here, people. What can I say?
I'll be up. I will be up.
I know he will be. I'm only putting his leg.
He says, looking away.
Ellie's in the house. She says, well, Cookmaster and the Sheriff, it's a day of reckoning, so let's all cheer on Brentford today to beat the spammers, and tomorrow we will leapfrog them with a win versus the Sister Claret and Blues Club Villa. Come on, you Spurs. Big up, Ellie. Morning to you.
Yeah, now, if you're drinking this time in the morning, Ellie, can you send some to me?
Well, yeah.
I was going to say the comments like that.
Thanks to Ellie for everything she does for the channel. Really appreciate it, Ellie. Stu's in this morning. Good morning, Stu. Hope you're well this morning, and the family, and Lee, and everyone else. And as Stu says, hit the sub button. 16 away from 1,200. I'll have you know.
Mate.
So tell your friends, tell your family, tell everyone. Get them to sub up, get them over here watching the best brunch show in town. It's as simple as that. We are the only brunch show in town, but it's the best brunch show in town.
Just make some claims up. I'd do it if I knew how.
There you go. Shem's in. Morning to Shem. Oh, you're well, mate. No sun today, Shem. Where I am, it's cloudy today. But,
no, hang on a minute. Well, it is a bit sunny here, mate, but there's sort of cloud, and allegedly this afternoon it's going to rain.
You're down in that southwest bit, aren't you? Down there a bit, yeah. Well, your rain
does sound like it, doesn't it? I'm down here.
Your rain is coming up to us later on. We're going to get it about 8 o'clock tonight.
Yeah, I only looked at the bloody app about 10 minutes ago. I think it's like 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock. It's supposed to start raining.
Yeah, there you go. Big up to Mr. Belcher. Good morning to you, mate. Great performance again by Leeds United. Yeah. Obviously, a late birthday present for Lee Statham.
Now, I see Nigel's show. Are they definitely mathematically safe now?
I think they're on 42 or 43 points now, aren't they?
They're safe then, yeah.
Forest are being dragged back in. They are. A win for Spurs and West Ham, and they're back right in it, Forest.
Yeah. Who have they got this weekend? Do you know?
I ain't got a scoop. Do you know what? I thought they was clear of it, to be honest with you. And, results could see them being sucked back in, to be fair, if West Ham and Spurs both win. So, it'll be interesting anyway. Joey's in. Big up to Joe for coming on the show last night. He just says, oink.
Forest are away at Chelsea Monday night.
Oh, there you go. There you go. So it could be interesting by the end of the
afternoon. Sorry, Monday afternoon.
Yeah.
Because I forget it's Bank Holiday Monday. There's a 3 o'clock kickoff live on Sky.
There you go.
On Monday.
Big up, Rodney. Morning
Everton
to you.
and Man City is 8 o'clock at night.
Yeah. Well, listen, what will be, Mark. We can only build it up, can't we? We can only build it up.
Big up, Rodney. And
big up, Rodney, and big up to Steve as well. Morning to you, mate. See, Jim's got the sun again over in Warrington. I don't get it. He's only over there a few miles, and he says he's got the sun. I'm here, and it's just cloudy. I don't get it, man. But there you go. He's probably, as the crow flies, probably 8-10 miles over there. It's mad where Jim is from me.
It's like a different climate over there, isn't it?
Who knows, mate? Who knows? But Steve says it's beautiful and sunny in North Hertfordshire today. Just where I'm from, Steve, as you well know. Sunny Hertfordshire. I'm an Hertfordshire boy. Always will be, even though I'm up north, Steve. You know how it is. Logan is in this morning. Big up to Logan.
Big up.
Lincoln City is calling us next season, Sheriff. It's looking that way.
Somehow. It's about bloody hell. It must be the best part of 200 miles for me, but I'll get there somehow.
Yeah, well, Logan will be waiting with the beers outside the pub and a full English. And a what? A full English. Yeah, a full English and the dog. That's all we ask for, Logan. Beer, food, and the dog. That's it.
Job done, Loans.
Hey? Morning, Pagey. Pagey's in this morning. Hope you're well, Paige.
Big up.
Stu says morning to everyone.
Morning.
And Pagey obviously likes to tune because, as she says, make sure to like, subscribe, and all that jazz. There you go, Paige. See, someone's listening to the tune, Sheriff. You know what I mean?
No, we all know my favourite tune is tomorrow morning's one.
Oh, yeah. Make sure you tune in if you like a bit of ska, that type of stuff. Get on in the morning, 9:30 for the weekend match day show. You'll see Sheriff jigging as the tune comes to an end because he gets probably have his little hat on and all sorts. Who knows?
Pork pie hat. I got two upstairs.
The old pork pie hat on. And it's a sight to behold, people. So, make sure to tune in from 9:30 tomorrow morning for the weekend match day show. And as well as Mark on, you'll have the pleasure of Nigel at Pure COYS as well.
Oh, he's definitely coming on, is he?
Apparently so, yeah. He's coming on tomorrow. So he told me earlier in the week. Anyway, I know things change. But I haven't had a message to say I'm not coming on. Because it was created for the three of us, to be fair, wasn't it, that show? So
it was. But that means that I got to remember to send in the link.
Well, yeah.
This is where the whole plan could fall apart, because you know what I'm like.
Yeah, there is that. There is that. But there you go. Good morning to you, Lee. Saying morning to everyone. Lee. Hope you're well. Bedo's in. Morning to you. Enjoy the show. Is it Monday yet? Not quite. But Sheriff will let you know when it is. Because he'll be on it like a car bonnet. There's no doubt about it.
Not on Monday, I won't, because I got work Tuesday.
Well, Monday lunchtime. Is it? When's the meat draw? Sunday, or are they doing one Monday as well? All right.
Sunday is the meat draw. Oh, did I tell you? I probably did. I won a couple of lamb shanks last Sunday.
Yeah, I read about that. You put it in the old WhatsApp group, Sheriff.
A couple of lamb shanks, and I won something else as well. Oh, a couple of steaks as well.
Oh yeah, there you go. That's him fed for the week.
Well, the steaks were demolished.
Demolished.
and the lamb shanks tomorrow.
Oh, there you go. Everyone knows what Sheriff's got for tea tomorrow. Oh, for lunch tomorrow, I should say.
Yeah, lunch tomorrow.
Did I miss that one? Yeah, morning, Marianne. Sorry about that. Morning, YouTube member, original. If anyone would like to join as a member, or you know, everything's there. You can click on the link for it, and if anyone wants to join, by all means do so.
I think on YouTube there's a join button.
Yeah, I think so.
There is. The last time I looked, it was still there.
There you go. F. Sank's in this morning. Big up to you, mate. Hope you're well this morning. And Mr. Chambers is in. Oi. The boys are in the house. We most certainly are. I hope you're talking about us anyway. But there you go. Nige is in. Again, there you go, Nige.
Big up, Nige.
Thank you, sir, for the redirect. We really appreciate it.
Of course.
And Payne is in, as always. May the force be with you.
Yeah.
We need it, Lee, this weekend, mate. We definitely need it.
Now, your day is Monday, Lee. That is May the 4th.
There you go.
I think. It is, isn't it?
Yeah,
May the 4th is Monday.
Yeah.
There you go.
There you go. Carl's in. Morning to Carl.
We may have to
what?
I'm trying to think of it's gone completely out of my head. We may have to the word I want is not right. Like put Monday's show on for Lee.
Well, yeah.
Seeing as it's May the 4th.
Yeah, dedicate it to Lee.
Yeah, dedicated. That's it.
Is that the one? Is that the word?
Yeah, that's the word, mate.
There you go. So Monday's show will be dedicated to Lee Payne. Yeah. May the 4th be with you.
We may even, if Nige ain't busy and he's still listening, just knock us up a thumbnail, mate. With Darth Vader or something.
May the 4th be with you. Yeah.
Yeah, Darth Vader or bloody
that's it.
Luke Skywalker or something.
Morning, Carl. Morning, mate. Hope you're well. Kate Rixon's in. Big up to you, Kate. Hope you're well, Kate, this morning.
Hang on. You got to do something now.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, Kate. I've got told off about this, Kate. And, you know, there you go, Kate. There you go. It's an extra long one because it's Saturday. There you go.
Yeah.
All right. You feel better now, Sheriff?
Put in Nigel's chat. I'm sure the virtual hug will come over.
It's there. It's there.
Yeah,
no questions asked, mate. No questions asked. All sorted. There you go. F. Sank says, all eyes on Brentford. If West Ham lose, we will get relegated. Or if West Ham win, you mean?
He might be. Is he?
Might be a typo. That might be a typo.
Yeah, it might be a typo, or he's a West Ham fan. I'm not. Well,
he's been in there.
No, he's a Spurs fan, and he
behave. Claire's in this morning.
Morning, Claire.
Morning to you, Claire. Thanks for tuning in. Hope you're well. And Samuel's in this morning. Keep the positivity of winning because it spreads, and then everyone goes in confident and raising the roof. Interesting from Samuel. Keep the positivity up, people.
Well, we did win the last game, didn't we?
Well, yeah. Yeah, we beat Wolves. Wolves. Just about. It was all right, yeah.
Yeah, so
70 of you in here at the moment and rising all the time. This show, believe it or not, is a slow burner. What I call a slow burner. People come in and then as the show goes on, more people join. keep hitting that sub button, people, if you haven't. Like I say at the start of the show, 16 away from 1,200, which would be absolutely amazing.
When we started this, could you ever imagine that we'd have 1,200 people?
No, never.
Like watching us.
No. Well, they're not all watching us now. But
well, no, obviously not. But like 1,200 people that obviously enjoyed the channel.
Well, yeah, it's good stuff, and I'm glad they do. That's what it's all about at the end of the day.
Without all of you lot in the comments, this show don't go on. I just want to phone back. We'll have a chat on the phone for an hour.
Lee says, because I've had a moan up at him yesterday, he says pepper pig sandwiches for breakfast this morning.
Indeed, mate. I'm looking forward to mine as well.
There you go. 2 likes done and dusted from Kate. Thank you, Kate. We appreciate that. Double phonage or whatever it is going on down there in Kate's house.
It's double accountage, I think.
Yeah. And Drewler's in this morning as well. Big up to you, Drewler. We'll get on to talking about the game in a minute, by the way. But on a Saturday morning, we like to interact with the chat a little bit. I know we do it during the week as well, but it gets very hectic during the week. And, so we like to interact on it.
I have no say on that because I'm very rarely here.
Well, he has every say on it, but it's, how it is. Lee says it's boiling in Windsor. Actually, I did see the weather last night, and they said it was going to be nice down south today. So,
just not
very warm, apparently. Very warm. FSA's come in with it was a typo. If West Ham win, of course.
Yes.
Mate, if West Ham win, we've got to win. End of story. I think if it's 5 points, mate, we're done. I think we're done anyway, but if it gets to that, I think we're in trouble. But there you go. And then he pops in and says, Sheriff on the ciders.
Now, you can obviously tell where I'm from. You can obviously tell where I'm from by my accent. And I hate cider. This is a true story. I'm trying to think how old I was. 14 or 15.
I thought he was going to say 4 or 5.
No, Christ above, no, mate. But I can remember being like 5 and that, and like my dad's mates and that would give me a little sip of whatever they were drinking. That's what happened in the pubs back then.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, like I was 14 or 15, and my dad got some rough old stuff from someone at work who was knew a farmer or something, because everyone around here used to make scrumpy. And it was cloudy, it had bits of apple in it, and I drank the whole lot. Right, and I have never been so ill in my life, ever.
That'll teach you, won't it? I'm not a cider lover, to be honest with you.
My backside never left the toilet for about 2 weeks.
I've tried loads of different ciders because I'm not really an alcohol drinker as such, really. Yeah. I'm very, really got to find the right drink to, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I've drunk loads of different ciders. Like, when you drink, you drink loads of different lagers and they're all different strengths or whatever. And in the end, you might find one that you really like. Do you know what I mean? Mate, I've drunk all the lagers and all. I don't like none of it. Honestly, I don't like none of it. The cider, I don't like. I like a pint of Guinness now and again. Yeah, but lager and that, to me, it just, you get to the bottom of the glass or the can and it's got that horrible taste to it right at the end, I find. And it just puts me off and whatever anyway.
Well, put it this way, right? Now, anyone who's been down this neck of the woods, if you can find the farms, most farms used to do it. I'm not sure about now because I think the laws have changed.
Yeah.
It used to be able to get some cider. It was like rocket fuel. Honestly, there's no, like when you see Thatcher's and that advertised like Somerset cider, no, it isn't. No, it isn't. Like, and all the rest of it. Somerset cider, mate, is cloudy with bits of apples and God knows what in it. It's horrible. And since that day, I have never drank cider since. I can't stand the smell of it. I can't stand the taste of it.
I'm not that keen, mate. I'm not that keen.
No, goodness gracious. No, it's horrible, mate.
Yeah, Wembers is in, YouTube member. Big up to you, Wembers. Great show from Nigel earlier.
Yeah.
Come on, you Brentford. Well, we're all praying, Wembers. We're all praying, mate. We're all praying. Brentford ain't been on a good run last 6 games, 5 draws, I think, and a loss or something. It's not been great at the moment from Brentford. So,
now to me, it's a sad indictment of the club that we're cheering on teams like Brentford and anyone who plays West Ham, to be honest, that we got to cheer them on, hoping that we might scrounge a couple of points back. That's how terrible we've been.
Shocking, mate.
It is.
I don't. We'll get into that in a minute because I might stick a link in the chat in a minute, see if anyone wants to jump on. And
you're in charge of all
this, football. Get stuck
you're
into
in charge of all this, mate. Now, so.
Well, no, I might do. I'll see. I'll try and keep people on tenterhooks for a bit. You know, is he going to put it in? Is he not? Is he? Is he not?
You don't need my assistance for any
of course, I need your assistance, Sheriff. Always.
Yes, I know you do. Well, sometimes you do, but you're more than capable of doing all this now. Well, I'm not pressing the buttons. Look, my hands are here. Look.
Don't give it all that, Sheriff. We know what you're trying to do here. We know what you're trying
to do.
Wait
for you to press on another cup. There you go. See, that wasn't me.
There we go. Pete's out of food. He's got to go shopping. Chips for breakfast.
Oh, no. No, that's wrong.
Well, only, Pete. Only. Listen, let me make this clear, Pete. Only if you're having a breakfast brunch. Because it will come with chips, Pete. Won't it? A brunch? It's a fry-up with chips, isn't it? That's what it is.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, that's what it is. It's a fry-up with chips.
Oh, no, mate. How can a fry-up with chips be? No.
It's what it is.
No.
I'm telling you, mate. The fry-up with chips. Kate's in. 13 degrees in Sheffield. Sun's trying to get out. There you go. And that's only the other way over there a little bit. It's like Jimmy's over there, so there, and Kate's over there. You know what I mean? And it's like I'm in the middle, and they're getting sun. And listen, I'm telling you, there's no sun out there at the moment.
No, I was going to say now, Kate, have you managed to get to the Crucible? The snooker's on at the minute, and I ain't watching none of it, but no.
No, I haven't seen any, to be honest.
Nor have I.
As always, Sheriff, fix the flip here. It's his day off, Lee.
Hang on.
Come on, man.
I will answer this now. We are not allowed on the roads. This is true. Weekends or bank holidays. We're not allowed on the roads.
The roadworks are allowed to stay up, Lee. Yeah, so it knackers everyone up that's out on the road. But you won't see anyone working.
Well, it is something to do with me. But major roadworks, obviously, you've got to keep them in position. If they've dug a bloody great trench in the road or a hole or something. But you'll see any minor roadworks, they'll be taken down for the weekend. You know, if they're, like, I don't know, bush cutting or, you know, hedge cutting or something, they want one lane shut or something, you'll never see that the weekend. It's only the major ones that's left up.
There you go. If you want the rules, everyone, right? And Painey, sort yourself out, mate. Sheriff's just enlightening you on how it works there, right? Even though we would like him out fixing the roads 7 days a week.
What?
Even the sheriff can have a day off now and again. And it is bank holiday, Lee. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. Lee,
the bank holidays, put it this way. It was on the local news. It was on the local news this week sometime. This weekend, not that it's really near me, but they're expecting the M5 to be the busiest in 10 years. That's everyone coming down this way.
Yeah.
The M5's like 20 miles that way.
Yeah.
I mean, it's over there. It's over by Taunton.
But like travel at night, people. That's what I say. Travel at night.
In the summer and that, if we have a summer, you do not want to go anywhere near the M5. I hate it.
This is true, actually. It's an absolute nightmare, the M5, I've got to say, because it's like the only way in, isn't it, as such?
But there's a three.
People coming from the north, it's like M whatever, M6, M5, whatever it is.
Yeah. If you're coming from the other side of the country, you've got M4, M5, or you can come down to 303. The A303, the one that goes past Stonehenge and that is a bloody nightmare. And that is literally 5 or 6 miles from my house, the A303.
Yeah.
And oh my God, in the summer and that, if you catch it at the wrong time, you'll be stuck there forever. Queues are all the roundabouts, blocked up everywhere. A 10-minute journey could take me like 2 hours.
No, that's no good, is it?
No, I hate it.
Marianne says it's 15 degrees in Oslo and the sun is out. Lovely.
That's about the same as here.
Yeah.
It's probably about that here.
Yeah. Claire don't mess about. She says, up the bees.
Oh, yeah.
Up the bees.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't expect any. Tony won't. He's not in the chat this morning, I don't think. So you can say up the bees, Claire, without upsetting Tony, the Hammers fan. You know how it is. But if you do upset him, Claire, it's tough shit, really, isn't it? But there you go. We love you, Tony. Big up to you, the Hammers fan, Tony.
Yeah, big up, Tony.
Lovely bloke, by the way.
And Daniela as well. And Daniela. Big up, Daniela.
Yeah, there you go. Steve says, Sheriff on the Amstel at half time in a Villa game, get on the karaoke and belt out I'm Too Sexy.
You don't want to hear me singing. You don't want to hear me singing. It's like,
no.
I've
got to lighten the mood now. Steve's put that in there. Look, I'm getting technical here now. I just hope my screen don't have a nut out like it has been.
What are you doing?
There you go. I know DJ's probably itching to get on, to be honest with you. So the link's in the chat. Anyone who wants to jump on,
you've done it.
Yeah,
you've done it, mate.
Just jump on. Anyone who wants to jump on,
jump on.
Come and jump on the brunch. Talk a bit of football. Tell us about your day, the weekend, and if you don't want to jump on, you don't have to. But the link is there, so you're more than welcome, people.
See, look. I know it's nothing at all to do with me.
Sheriff, you know what it's like. It's like you say, Sheriff. Cookie, don't worry about pressing buttons, mate.
I told you this.
You'll be all right.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm just pressing buttons. And you know what it's like? When you do the same thing over and over again, it just ends up, So we'll be on to the next step, Sheriff, after.
It's taken 14 months, mate, but you're getting there.
Hang on.
There you go. He's straight in that. I can see him.
Here he is.
Hey guys.
He's 64.
I can't hear you. Hang on, I've got to come back. Hang on. 1 minute.
Oh,
we can hear you.
Back.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, Steve. Yeah.
I can't hear you. 1 sec.
Right. Okay. He's out.
See, he needs me to train him with the technology. Hit it with a hammer, Steve. That's what I normally do.
Let's see. Let me just see while Steve's coming back in. Oh, here we go. Look who's here. Look.
Yeah, see, I got the blame last night.
Yeah, well.
I got the blame last night. So.
Here he is, old wink.
And Steve's back.
Look at this. Look, what we doing here? Eating out with Peppa Pig on it. What's that all about, Joe?
I just went to let Steve in, and you got it.
I'm Peppa Pig. This is my little.
Can you hear me, guys?
Can hear you now, Steve. Yeah.
Yeah, I can hear you guys. Sorry, technical glitch.
Well, if you need assistance with the technical aspects, ask Nigel.
Joey, you're so funny, man. I've got to tell you are.
Big up, Joey.
That's funny. That Enoch out with Peppa Pig pointed at it. How are we, gents? How are we this morning?
Not too bad, guys. Sorry, I've not been on the last few days.
Shocking behaviour, Steve, from you. To be honest with you, leaving me in the lurch like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hey?
Yeah. I'm going to say also, I haven't caught up on any of the shows either. So,
just rub it in, Steve. Just rub it in.
I don't know what's been said, what people have been.
There you go. That's what you got.
Thanks for that. Really?
Joey, how are you, mate, this morning?
Yeah, I'm all good. Keep me talking about the weekend's fixtures so I don't go off on a mad rant tangent.
Well, Joey, you tell us about the weekend's fixtures, mate. What are you thinking?
Well, we're in a terrible state, aren't we? We need to support Brentford. We need to support Arsenal. We need finally to support Spurs and then City. You know, it's like we got to support everyone. We want everyone to win this weekend.
I said, Joey, it's a sad indictment on our club that we got to cheer on Brentford and, God forbid, Arsenal in a couple of weeks. Whenever it is,
we need Arsenal to stay in the hunt, don't we? So they punt West Ham. If they start losing games and City go in front, they ain't going to care when they play West Ham. It's terrible. It's awful.
Yeah. It's a sad indictment on the club, if you want my opinion.
You guys know, that Arsenal are just going to roll over for West Ham, aren't they? It gives them a chance.
Are they?
Not if they're in the title race, they won't.
No, I know, but I can just see it happening.
Well, it'll be interesting to see what happens if it's still tight. You know, with a couple of games to go, whether it will be or not is a different matter. But I think Joe's right. You know, as long as Arsenal are in the title, whoever they're playing, they're going to be having a go. I don't want to go down this. No, I'm not going down that road. I'm not. I was going to say about the conspiracy theory, but I ain't going down that road again. No, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. Does anyone see us? You know, I mentioned last night on the show West Ham playing Saturday, and if they get a positive result, a point or a win or whatever, that you know, I think Spurs could find it difficult. You know, if we've gone 5 points behind. It's just how I'm seeing it because of where we are, you know, as a team, as such. You know, I just think that Spurs will really struggle if West Ham get a win tomorrow.
I think we have to win, and if West Ham win, we still have to win. So we know we have to win either way. So
I get that, John.
I mean, does the pressure change? I mean, having to win and then seeing a different result, and really having to win, maybe, but I'd like to think it doesn't, because when that pressure gets cranked up, our players seem to buckle, don't they? So
that's true, Joe. That is very true. Does anyone think that Forest could now be pulled back into it, because it's narrowed up with Forest? Leeds look like they're going to be all right now. They're up to 14th, 43 points, I believe they're on. I think Forest are on 39. Are they on 39 or 36? No, 39. They're 5 points clear of us.
Yeah.
We're on 34. West Ham are on 36. So, I mean, does anyone see Spurs getting to 39 points?
Well, mathematically, they're not out of it, are they?
No, Forest are not. No,
Forest are not. So once the maths is still in your favour, if the maths is still in your favour, it's possible. But can you see us winning like 3 or 4 games in a row?
No, I can't.
Well, we haven't done that.
That's why I'm saying we're on whatever we're on.
Yeah, I know, exactly.
32 points.
The maths might still be in our favour, but I can't see us winning 3 or 4 in a row. If you include last week as well.
No. It's good.
Aren't we unbeaten in 2?
Yes. That's the longest unbeaten run we've had for about 5 years.
You know, honestly.
I know.
It's another new record, isn't it?
It is shocking, though, isn't it? It's shocking the position we find ourselves in now. Honestly, I know we know, point the finger at here, there, and everywhere. As De Zerbi's on this massive contract, does anyone, if Spurs do go down, think that he'll stay next season, or does anyone think he will actually leave if we do go down? Just a question for everyone, because
depends what's in his contract, though, doesn't it? Because none of us know, because they've said all this and all that, but we just never know, do we? What's been written in that contract? So
No, but Steve, there's been a few interviews where he's almost not said, well, next year when we are such and such. He says, if I'm here. Do you know what I mean? That's the bit I was trying to get across. I'm not very good at explaining stuff, Steve. Do you know what I mean? Sorry about that.
No,
he said in a couple of press conferences, he's used the word if I'm here next season. Yeah, it not if they want me, but words to that effect, and not sending that message over. I am going to be here regardless, you know. And somewhere along the line, I think, you know, go up, stay up, go down. Sorry, we have to. The time's come where we've got to stick with a manager, isn't it?
Yeah, well, I think
I'm just going to jump in. Big up Saba. Big up Saba's in the chat, and he's got a question for you there, I think.
Listen, right? Don't you worry, Sava. Right, it's
well,
all under control. I'll get to the last comment before we finish the show. That's the main thing. But for your information, Sava, hang on a sec. Let me just 9:50. 23 minutes behind at the moment.
Well, I've taken it over now, mate. So that's possibly
Sheriff's in charge now. So there you go. There you go.
Still 25 minutes behind.
Well, with regards to De Zerbi's comments, then I think he's probably thinking, well, look what's happened before with this ownership. You know, managers aren't given time, so maybe he's thinking, well, if we do go down or we do stay up, how long am I going to be given? So that's probably what that is.
I think the problem is, as Spurs fans, we believe everything we read. I'm going to sound a bit stupid here about the YouTube generation, but it's all, you know, we believe everything we see. Channels come on and go, oh, De Zerbi said this, and the paper said that, and this reporter said this. Steve's right. We don't know what's in their contracts. We can surmise because of information that we believe or don't believe. We know De Zerbi's character. Whether we stay up, whether we go down, the contract he's on, he'd be mad to walk away. But he could very easily engineer a sacking, couldn't he? Let's be honest. If he does a Conte when, I don't know, say, for instance, I'm going to just throw a player out that I'm going to think of, James Ward-Prowse. Say, for instance, we get relegated and he goes to the board, I want James Ward-Prowse, and they go, well, no, you can't have him. We want someone else. He'll throw his toys out the pram. He'll have a big explosion in the press and then he'll get himself sacked. Yeah. And it will be the same. It could be the same in the Premier League. I mean, we had all this, didn't we? Oh, he's going to be given Fergie-like control, and he's going to have the final say. Yet we're linked with all these players on free transfers if we stay up. Well, we were linked with Robertson way before De Zerbi, and now we're going to get him anyway. So is that coincidental that De Zerbi wants him, or is it another player that's going to be forced on the manager? We're going to employ a new director of football. Well, I thought De Zerbi had ultimate control. It just, again, it alludes to the big mess and state of affairs that the club's in, that it's all, no one knows what's going on, do they? Let's be honest.
No, we can only surmise, Joe, at the end of the day. It's difficult, isn't it? Because, it's like, again, if you go down now, you've got Simmons, who's injured till Christmas. He ain't going to be going nowhere. We don't know if he's got something in his contract that says, well, if they do go down, your wages go down to 100.
Well, insurance will pay him while he's injured.
Yeah,
he'll be paid by insurance.
And that as well.
7 months. Yeah. That's 7 months of him off the wages, so to speak.
Yeah. But they're still going to have the problem, Joe, as such, with they'll be lumbered with him next season as such on that big wage. If it's not cut, they're going to have to pay him, and he's probably not going to play a lot of football next season, is he? You know, they're talking about Christmas, him coming back. But you know what ACLs are like, Joe. It could be bloody next April for all we know.
What follows Christmas? A January transfer window.
That's very true, Joe.
You know, is it not in players' contracts if in the small print somewhere, if you do get relegated, that they got to take a 50% pay cut or something?
Well, there's a rumour that Levy's got some of them on these contracts, but the newer players don't have these contracts. Again, can you believe that? I mean, it's
who knows?
we don't see that. Yeah, it's all paper talk and rumor mills, isn't it? You know?
Yeah, it is. It's all rumours at the end of the day, and like we say, we can only surmise. So let's move on to the game. Let's talk about the West Ham Brentford game as well, because I think that's so important in the scheme of things, of what's going on. And Joe is rightly what he said earlier on. Like, at the end of the day, it's about, and Mark said it as well, it's about us winning games. You know, it does matter to a certain extent what happens at West Ham, but it's about Spurs with the 4 games left to go on and try and win games of football to secure Premier League status at the end of the day.
Yeah.
But again, I'll go back to this. West Ham are playing today against Brentford. Listen, does anyone see West Ham getting anything at Brentford today, in all honesty?
Let's hope
Brentford are a weird side, aren't they? I know they haven't won in however long it is, 6 games or something, but they're a funny side. You just don't know with Brentford. Are they any close to European places still? I don't know where they are now. Where are they? Where are they sat?
They're around 8th or 9th, aren't they, at the moment, Brentford, are they?
They've got an outside chance of Europe, because obviously one of the if Villa win the Europa League or Forest win the Europa League or something, there's an extra Champions League spot opens up, so there'll be 6 Champions League spots next season. So that surely pushes, because you got the 5. You got the 5 because we did so well in the English team. Arsenal won a game or something, so that gave us a 5th spot in the table. But if Forest or Villa win, Forest. I think it's Forest. If they win the Europa League or something, they add touch to 6. There'll be 6 English teams in the.
No, it's if Villa win the Europa League.
Yeah. So and then
if Villa win the Europa League, they qualify for it anyway.
Yeah.
Win the Europa League, and then there's 6 spaces in there.
So I think isn't it 7 and 6th and 7th spot is Europa League and 8th is Conference League? Is that right?
Well, if Villa finish 5th, and win Europa League, so they're in it anyway by winning Europa League. That opens 6th spot for the Champions League, so they get in as well, because we got 5 places because of our coefficient, whatever it's called. And then so that'd be 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th will be. Yeah,
if they've got an outside chance of Europe still, Brentford, I think they'll, and they know that, they'll probably go all out and try and win their remaining game.
They're a proper Jekyll and Hyde team, aren't they, at the minute, Brentford?
Yeah, weird, strange. They had a really good start to the season because everybody had them down for relegation when back there. But obviously that's us now. So, but it's everybody had them down because they lost from Bremo, they lost Bissa, they lost a few players and stuff, and they were all tipped for going down. But look where they are now. So you just don't.
I think they're on a run of draws, aren't they? I mean, they lost to United, didn't they? But before that, I think they had like 4 or 5 draws, and then they drew against Arsenal, but lost. I think it was lost at home to Forest, and it's like, well, hang on a minute, what are you doing here? And then they lost at home to Forest, went away and won away at Villa. Yeah, they're just Jekyll and Hyde. If you asked me what the result would be, I'd probably say a draw.
But would a draw be a bad result though, considering like if we say they drew today, we've still got a better goal difference than West Ham, right? We win tomorrow, we go above them on goal difference.
Only just, mate, isn't it now?
Yeah, but then they've got to play Arsenal next week, and we got to play Leeds. Now, had Leeds not won last night, I would have said bit dangerous to play Leeds because they need to win to mathematically stay up. They're pretty much there anyway, so I don't think they'll be as up for it as they would have been if they.
Let's hope they're on the beach.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So, but then again, our home record speaks a lot for itself as well. So. You just don't know. This time of the season is so funny for results.
Yeah. A lot of mid-table teams know they're safe, and so they've sort of gone on holiday already. And I'm just going to answer this from Saba. I'm going to answer this from Saba. How do we feel about Arsenal to beat West Ham? As I said earlier in the show, Saba, it's a sad indictment of the football club that we got to cheer on teams like Brentford, Arsenal, anyone who plays West Ham, really, for us to stay up. It really is shocking, if you want my opinion. We all know who's to blame. But
there's one team you've forgotten in this sort of like in the lower regions of the Premier League. Newcastle, yeah. Because when I looked last night, they're not mathematically safe. Newcastle.
No, but it's not, they're 8 points ahead of us. I can't see them being dragged into it personally.
No, I can't. I think Newcastle will be all right, to be honest with you.
There's no need of this, Breezo.
I just see that comment.
There's no need.
Start him off again. I got him going with a cottage pie last night, to be honest with you. Homemade cottage pie last night, and I had to show Sheriff off screen the cottage pie, and he weren't happy that he weren't getting a portion of it. But
in fact, I nearly jumped in the car and was on my way to Oldham. Do the show, Mark. I'm on my way up.
It was top notch. I got to say, it was lovely. Really, really nice. Really nice. Anyway, just so you lot know, sorry to be on the pessimistic side, but I'm going 2-1 Villa this weekend.
I can see why.
West Ham will draw 1-1 with Brentford. That's where I am with it.
I have this fear if West Ham win and Villa score the first goal, we will get battered.
Yeah, we're done.
Most players, their heads will go, and it will be 4 or 5-0. If West Ham don't win, it gives us a bit of a kick up the bum and might help our chances. But I'm kind of thinking we're going to lose to Villa anyway. So
then they've got to use the Derby's words, haven't they? That he said in the press conference, we can't cry about it. We ain't relegated yet, so we have to fight for every minute on the pitch. So they should use those words to motivate themselves, right?
Yeah, surely. But they haven't motivated themselves all season, in theory, have they? I don't think the manager going, "Oh, you can't cry about it." You know, it's like how many times when you was younger did someone say, "Oh, there's no point crying over spilt milk." You still cried over it. You know, it's like you know, I think, and you've got players there that don't want to be there. We can see, you know, that they're looking for a way out. I just don't think it matters what De Zerbi says in that respect. Hopefully, I'm wrong, and we go out and batter Villa, and we'll all be happy on Monday morning, won't we?
Can we do it though, Joe? Can we do it? Can we be?
To be honest,
it's possible. I'm not saying it's not possible. I haven't seen anything to suggest that we will. But anything, it's football. Anything's possible, isn't it? You know.
Yeah, of course.
To be honest, though, can you see us battering anybody?
No,
exactly. I mean, I could come on there and say, "Oh, we'll train Villa 4-0 tomorrow," like we did like years ago, wherever it might have been 4-1 at Villa Park. But
the only way I can see us beating Villa tomorrow is I know they played in at Forest on Thursday night. Right, they're only 1-0 down from the first leg, right? So they've got a chance to overturn that at their home ground on Thursday night. So will he rest players? I don't know.
They've still got Champions League to play for. They've still got league position to play for. I don't know. I don't think you can rest that many players before the league look at it. I know there's a rule, but it's sort of like never really enforced, but it can be looked at. I don't know.
Sorry, mate. I'm just trying to cling on to some sort of
No, I know. I get it. And do you remember the clap the bus game against Forest? Do you remember Spurs fans with their coping? They were like, "Oh, Forest went to extra time on the Thursday night in Denmark, you know, we're all cheering the bus and we're going to turn them over." And look what happened. You know, so I get the hopium that people use, but I don't personally see it.
But then again, to be honest with you guys, if West Ham win today and we don't win tomorrow, I think you can literally then just go, well, it is done, because I don't see any way out of it after this weekend. I know we say that every weekend, but I just can't see it. If we go 5 points behind and we don't beat Villa, then
we have royalty in the house.
Look who's here. Look who's here, Mr. Savas in the house. He's come to put everyone straight. What's going on in Tottenham this season?
Don't come for me, man. Don't come for me.
Can you hear me all right?
Yes,
Yeah.
mate. Yeah.
Right, so I'm not in my studio, so apologies. Oh my God, this fan base. Oh my! How much swearing are we allowed on this channel? How much are we?
Do what you want, mate. Just don't use the C word. That's all.
What championship?
Yeah.
Well, and the other one.
I just. Do you know what? Yeah, fans like that one. The copium from this fan base is well and truly at its maximum. I thought we'd seen copium over the years. You know, people coping with Enoch trying to defend them. People coping with finishing 8th, 9th, 10th. The copium now that we've gone down, it is crazy. Like I see people in your chat who I've just been speaking to saying they don't want Arsenal to win. Like, are you right now? This isn't about our pride as Spurs versus Arsenal, is it? This is about we've got to do more than West Ham. For West Ham to do less than us, we need them to lose games. It's that simple. Sure, whatever's happened. Whatever we've done to put ourselves in this position, we are now asking for snookers, right? And that means we need Brentford to win, who are in no sort of form at all. They're having a terrible time of things. We need West Ham to lose at Arsenal. You know, we need Nottingham Forest to lose games if we're going to catch them. But even then, if I'm not wrong, I think the goal difference of these teams is starting to get a lot better than ours as well, right? Guys, I don't know. I've got loads to say, by the way. I've not streamed all week, so I haven't been live for a week.
You can say what you want, mate. I know you've been at work all week, and you know.
Yeah, I just don't. I don't know. Look, I think like the other chap said there, like, you know, he's holding on to things. I think we're all holding on to things now that we don't even believe. Like, I believe we're going to get anything at Villa? I don't. But we've got to, right? And that's the difference between the heart and the head. We've got to. We can't keep saying, oh well, it's all right if we don't win that, and we don't. We're an absolute mess. And a 1-0 win, a 1-0 win against Wolves doesn't change my mind on anything that I've seen. Nothing's changed. Yeah, nothing's changed from Frank to Tudor to nothing's changed. The players can't create. The players can't score. And we look a mess. So. I don't know, guys. I don't know. Look, Aston Villa, we can try and find all these positives, can't we? Oh, they're in between European games. Emery rotates when Emery doesn't really rotate in games. But it's still Villa Park. And
even if he did rotate, their subs are better than our first teamers.
Yeah, sure. And yeah, that was going to be the point I'm coming on to. Like we're clinging on to these things. But I think our team is so bad that I don't think it matters who we're... I think we could play Bromley at the moment. Well done, Bromley, my local team, because it's got promoted. I think we could play Bromley at the moment, and I think we'd struggle. Like, it doesn't matter the level of the players if you can't create and score goals. So, you know, I mean, Tell doesn't score goals or assist, right? Dominic Solanke wasn't scoring or assisting. Richarlison has got 2 in 19, I believe. Mawani has got 1 Premier League goal all season. Xavi Simons as the creator is out. Maddison's not fit as a creator. Guys, I don't know where the goals and the wins are coming from. I just don't. I'm sorry.
I heard a little stat earlier on Nigel's show that 81 games played between our forwards this season. Yeah, and they've scored 13 goals.
Jesus.
That's crazy.
Say that
again.
Sorry.
1 in 8.
Say that again for me, sorry, mate.
Our forwards this season, between them have played like the Tells, the Mawanis, the Richarlisons have played 81 games between them this season so far and have scored 13 goals.
Is that in Premier League?
Premier League.
Yeah. Oh, it's absolutely horrific. And when people ask why we're down there, I mean, you've gone from 3-4 years ago, you know, Kane and Son between them would get 75, 80 GA between them. Just those two. So it didn't really matter, Mark, who the other 9 were. In a strange way, those two getting 75, 80 GA between them, you're gonna be fighting for Europe. Right now, unfortunately, this is, and you guys are slightly older than me, just by about 2 years, maybe.
2 or 3.
Maybe three, Mark. And this is, I don't know about if you guys agree with me, certainly since I've been alive, and I'm going back to 1982, right? This is the worst collective set of forwards we've had. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying every player we had was good, but we always had a Clive Allen, a Teddy Sheringham, a Berbatov, a Klinsmann. Now I look at these forwards and I go, what are we hoping for, right? Like, are Mings and Torres, who are probably going to be the back two tomorrow, are they worried tonight?
No.
Do you know? So,
and I'll tell you what else we had, Saba. We always had a player that get bums off seats. I'll go back to when I was a kid. A Hoddle.
Yeah.
Go forward a little bit. I'll mention him. Ginola, Gareth Bell, Ericsson, Modric. Players like, as soon as you got the ball, you could hear the click, click, click behind you where the seats were, where everyone was standing up.
Yeah.
We got none of that.
It's baffling. I mean, the closest we've got to that is Kudus. And the funny thing again, Mark, I remember when Kudus was playing, right? And the number of people that were getting on his back, and he's selfish and he doesn't release the ball and blah, blah, blah. I'll tell you what, we've won 1 game since that man has been injured. And that was last week against Wolves. One game.
And we were lucky to win that.
Because he got you up the pitch. We've got no one who gets us up the pitch.
And that's exactly the point, right? When players like Kudus are not playing, you realise just how head and shoulders above the other players they actually are. Like his technique, his control, getting you up the pitch. And a great example of this is look at the who we draw? Brighton last weekend or the weekend before. In that game, you were crying out for somebody to get us up the pitch and hold the ball up there, and we didn't. And how did we concede? The goal is because we weren't flying up the pitch, not good enough to hold on to it, and the ball comes back down. Everyone's out of position. Boom, boom, boom. 2-2. And listen, he's the closest we've got to a bums out of seat player, Mark. But we had geniuses. We had, you know, when I see people rating some of these footballers, and I think to myself, you've not seen the proper players, have you? Like this is shit. This is a collective. Collectively, this is a shit squad.
It's the worst Tottenham team I've ever seen.
Me too.
Yeah, and me too. Yeah, I can go back to remembering the 77 team that went down, and I think this is a lot worse than that
much
team.
Much
that
worse.
Went down.
And if you look at the last time we were in any sort of predicament like this, we had, or whenever we've been in trouble, we've always had that player who can create a goal out of nothing. Someone who will save us. We don't. Who would you rely on in that team to save us? No one.
There's no one, is there? There's no one.
No, I was going to say, like, we've been in, like, predicaments before. You look, there was a season when we were threatened with it, and we just get Klinsmann back.
Exactly.
Langs in 4 or 5 goals. Thank you very much.
But there was no players available in January, don't forget. So
No. I know that.
We couldn't do it this season.
but West Ham somehow managed to
there you go.
Sign 3, and they've shot up and cooked. Well, January transfer window, we were 13 points.
13 points.
13 points ahead of them. They make 3 wise signings, and they've caught us up and overtook us.
Just quickly, Joe Caputo in the chat. Dude, listen, I've been doing this YouTube game for so many years, mate, that you were probably still in your daddy's little ball sack. Do me a favour, right? If you're going to quote me, please quote what I actually said. I'm here. I'll say it, right? I didn't say we will go down if West Ham beat Arsenal. I didn't say that. What I'm saying is we put ourselves in a position, as Mark said earlier in the show, it's embarrassing, but we're now looking at other teams to help us. Unfortunately, Arsenal are one of those teams, right? We need, whatever you think of them, whether you want them to win leagues or not, we need them when they play West Ham to beat them. Like, I don't understand why there's any... Sure, I don't know, guys, am I being mad? Is there any way around that? Surely we need Arsenal to beat West Ham, right?
We need West Ham to lose games. We need West Ham to lose games. It's a simple fact. And if that means we need Arsenal to stay in the title race until they play West Ham, and then after they beat West Ham, they can lose. I don't care.
Yeah.
But we need them to stay in the title race as long as possible up to that West Ham game. So they put an effort in.
Oh, watch out. Watch out. The Queen's in the house. Watch out.
Yeah.
Watch out. Morning, Ellie. How are you?
Morning. You all right?
Morning, Ellie.
Yeah. All good, Ellie. All good.
Morning,
How are
Ellie.
you this morning?
Yeah, not bad. I'm
Have
just
you
coming
calmed
in.
down a little bit, Ellie? Because last night, right, I could hear you getting more and more wound up. And in the end, I'm glad your phone cut off because I thought you was going to have a heart attack or something, to be honest with you.
Yeah, at my age, it's possible.
You know what I mean? I could tell you was getting a bit wound up the way you was. But anyway, as long as you're all good this morning, that's the main thing. That's the main thing.
You know what? I just don't care what other Spurs fans think. It doesn't bother me if they want Arsenal to lose to West Ham to beat Arsenal. It doesn't bother me. What I care about is Spurs staying up, right? Whatever they say, it's not going to affect the game. It's not going to affect
Ellie,
how we're going to go.
Yeah, but Ellie, those two things can't coexist in the same world. It does bother us if West Ham beat Arsenal. It does affect us. So
but
the
fans saying it doesn't affect the result.
Yeah, but isn't it?
That's what I'm saying.
Ellie, isn't it weird though? Like, isn't it
Yeah,
weird that we?
Of course, it's weird.
We
It's
seem to
weird.
hate Arsenal more than we want Spurs to stay up
Yeah.
at this stage. Like, it's just crazy.
I get that, Sava, but the rivalry goes that deep, right? And some fans just can't get over it, right? So they're just stupid fans in my book, because if we go down, it's going to affect us more than them winning the league, right? So I don't get that, because I'm of the thought that we have to stay up, right?
Yeah.
But you know what? There'll always be fans like that, Sava. We know it. There'll always.
No, but it's a sad indictment of where we are as a club, Ellie.
Yeah, true.
Everybody right now should just be pulling in like.
Yeah.
I don't watch as much YouTube as I used to anymore, because honestly, whenever I go into a chat room, there's always someone that wants to ruin it, right? But it's a sad indictment right now as a fan base. Surely, this maybe I'm going to say this is my opinion, but surely there shouldn't really be any need for fans being divided. Surely right now, the only thing that matters at this football club, surely, is staying up. Love you too, Cooper.
Yeah.
Surely it's staying up, Ellie, right?
Yeah,
now,
true.
I don't care as a fan. Right now, if you said to me the only option is that for Spurs to stay up, Arsenal have to win the Champions League and the Premier League. Sure, give them I don't care. Keep me in the Premier League, right?
Yeah.
I don't care what Arsenal are doing at the moment. Yeah, as a fan in general, we look over at Arsenal and go, you're bottling and you're... But right now, my concern isn't what they do against Atletico Madrid or whoever in the final. My concern is that Tottenham Hotspur, the club that we love, stay up.
Yeah.
Right? I don't care. I don't care if they win, lose every other game, but beat West Ham. That's all I'm asking. Beat West Ham.
Yeah, that's what Ange Postecoglou said as well. So have you been talking to Ange then?
It shouldn't be, Ange. Shouldn't it be
I
common
know.
sense? Like I saw earlier
just
in the
joking,
season.
Sava.
Earlier in the season, Ellie, when we played Man City, and people are going, we'll lose this one, so Arsenal don't win the league. It's like, it's January. What are we talking about, losing games so someone doesn't win a league in January?
I know.
We've lost our... I feel like a lot of people are trying to be too quirky now with their opinions. I think people are trying to be too edgy. I'm the best fan. You're the best. Spurs is all we should care about. I don't know if anyone else on the panel agrees. It's us.
Yeah, I agree with you, right? But I remember when Sonny missed that chance, and there was all these memes coming out from Arsenal fans saying that he meant to miss. And like, it's banter, but some fans take it a bit too far, and they're too vicious with it. Yeah, and
Sure.
I don't like that. I don't like that. Just keep the banter friendly, but in jovial. Like, oh, if you go to West Ham and you lose, you're not going to win the league, right? But then they don't think if they lose, then it does us in. Yeah.
Mm.
I don't get it either, Sava.
Eddie, let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
For those types of fans, it's not everyone. For those types of fans, let's assume. I think it's next week they play West Ham and Arsenal, right? I think it's next week.
Yeah, it is. And then we play Leeds, don't we?
Yeah. Imagine West Ham beat Arsenal, right? Those types of fans, there's two mindsets. The moment that whistle goes, let's just hypothetically, right? West Ham beat Arsenal 2-0. It doesn't matter what the score is. West Ham beat Arsenal. When that whistle goes, my mindset is immediately, we're fucked, right? Because West Ham have won again. There'll be others whose mindset is immediately to go, you've bottled the league.
Yeah.
Right?
The cities, man.
That's not my concern. My concern is beat West Ham for us. And for one day, we can say, cheers. Thanks, guys. Cheers. Now, let's hope Arsenal bottle it to somebody else. But I don't know. I'm seeing so many posts, Ellie, of fans that truly,
I know.
You know, I'm not.
I'm unsure why fans, football fans, doesn't matter what club, our predicament is so bad that other teams' results are now linked to our future. And I don't know why that's hard for people to comprehend.
It shouldn't be hard. But like I said, banter's banter, right? There's going to be fans who say, oh, you bottled it, and they won't look at our situation. And if we lose to Leeds, that's even worse. That's even worse. We're down then. If we lose to Villa, lose to Leeds, we're down.
But Ellie, right? Sorry, Ellie, I can guarantee you some of our fans will go, oh, we're West Ham beat Arsenal. Well, that's Derby sport, that's Tudor sport, that's Frank sport, that's Andy
sport. Of course there will be, because they're idiots.
There you go, see?
Well, there are idiots everywhere, not just in football. I've got a few in my family as well, don't you worry.
Whoa.
Don't worry, they know who they are.
Does anyone see the relegation? Does anyone see it getting to 40 points? That you're going to have to get 40 points to stay up? Just asking.
I think we'll have to. I don't think we will.
I
think so. For a friend, Cookie.
Asking for a friend. Yeah, I'm just a question answerer.
There's 4 games left.
Yeah.
West Ham are only 4 points away from 40 points. You know, I mean, you can't tell me they're going to... They'll probably get a win and a draw. I would have thought. I'm not sure of their fixtures, but I mean, personally, I want them to play like PSG. I'd like them to play PSG, Bayern Munich, Paris Saint-Germain, and someone else that's really good.
Barcelona.
Yeah, Barcelona.
Someone in my chat yesterday said, Aussie Ange, I don't know if he's obviously been in here a few times, said that we're going to get to 42 points, apparently.
Are we?
I think we're going to have to.
We all don't know what's going to happen.
I don't think 40 points will be enough. I really don't.
We all don't know what's going to happen, what pans out is going to pan out. But one thing we know is that we have been playing dreadful. And the performances there's no continuity in our play. They're like playing like strangers. Yeah, and it's only Paulinho who's really stepped up. And he doesn't even get to play. He has to come on as a sub. And Xavi as well. He wasn't even playing, right? And he played against Brighton, thank God, because that point it might prove vital. You know?
Yeah, another spanner in the works I'm going to put. Does anyone think Paulinho not playing is to do with his contract, whatever he's got at Tottenham?
Yeah,
because I find it very strange that he's not playing more regularly. Let's say.
It's strange, isn't it? The guy with pound for pound, he's got the most tackles in the Premier League this year. So the only reason he's not top is because he played less games than the others in it. It's really strange that in a relegation battle, in games where you need to fight and commit, that this is the guy that is not playing. This is why, I'll be honest, I found it really strange. Even, you know, all of the managers have all left out Paulinho. They were all leaving out Xavi. And I'm thinking to myself, what's going on here? This must be contractual. This must be Cookie. But just on your comment there about the 40 points, Cookie, the interesting thing here is that if West Ham beat Brentford today, if whatever happens between now and the end of the season, Spurs have to win 2 of the 4. Even if West Ham don't get another point, we have to win 2 of the 4 to match them, right? And for a team that's won 1 in 17, 16,
there you go,
right? That's got to play Chelsea away, right? Villa away, Everton, by the way, who are very good away from home, and they're going to be fighting for European football. Don't concede a lot, Everton. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be very interesting. But I do you know what? I'm going to be a party pooper, Mark. Sorry, everyone.
Mate.
I'm bringing my negativity over from my channel to yours. When Frank was sacked, we had 12 games to go, and everyone did their prediction on how many points Spurs would get. And I said 7, right? And we've got 5 of those 7. We've got 5. And I'm not changing my mind now. I think we scrape another 2 draws between now and the end of the season.
Yeah, to be honest,
Hope I'm wrong, Mark.
I'll be honest, Sava, the whole team this season, I accepted relegation ages ago. Mark said about it.
Me too.
The boss man said about it in December. And I was like, no. I said, we're miles in front of West Ham. And Mark kept on. The way we're falling, we're in trouble. And I was like, no.
Yeah.
But now he's completely right.
But Mark, do you know what? The funny thing about this is, if people look in isolation, they'll say it's this season. If you actually look at all the data from the last 4 or 5 years, we've been heading this way year on year, every single year. And unfortunately, the icing on the cake this year is that in those years gone by, we've had forwards and creative players that get you out of trouble.
Yeah.
You know, last year, you think about it, we had, was it 86 goal contributions, I believe, between Solanke, Son, Maddison and Kulu. You think 1 of those has gone, not replaced. 2 of those have been out for the entire season, and Solanke's missed half a season. So if you take away 86 GA from a team and don't replace it, you're gonna and you're taking it away from a team that finished 17th. You're not taking it away. We've not dropped from 4th to 17th or 18th. We've dropped from 17th, removed all those goals, and then people are going, what's happened this year? Well, it's kind of inevitable, isn't it?
Yeah, well, that's the thing. It's as if last season wasn't warning enough.
You just took the words out of my mouth, Mark. That was the next question I was going to ask.
I mean, last season was a major warning. Yes, we won the Europa League. Yes, we won the Europa League. Yes, I had a fantastic day. What I remember it about the trophy parade, but it papered over so many cracks.
It started as well, Mark. It started from Andrew. Well, it started way before, but where it really kind of started to really drop off, like from like at least being competent in the transfers to absolute negligence, was Angie's last season, when you only signed Dominic Solanke as your only recognized senior player, and then we signed kids, right? And then and last summer, and then we only signed Danso in the January window after that, and Dragusin. And then after that, Dragusin was window before. And then after that, then you sign you just sign. We signed 2 loan players and two permanent players. And then in January, we signed 1 player. And it's like we'd lost 7 players in January for injury. 7 players in a month we lost, and we signed 1 player. And like Sava said, and I was saying this from the beginning of the season, the fact that we took out that GA, and people were saying, oh, the players are good enough. Like it's pure delusion, pure
I know.
delusion to think that we were good enough when you take out that many goals and assists and not replace it. Like it's ridiculous.
You're replacing it with players that can't score. Yeah, they're pretty decent players. Don't get me wrong. Apart from Mawani, take Mawani out.
I don't think they are.
Like, I think Xavi would have been right if he was given more game time to get used to the Prem. Right? There's Mawani. Forget about it. But we deserve to go down, guys. We do. We've been the worst team.
Can I just
We
say
do
something?
deserve to go down.
The thing is, right, Mawani, he is not actually a bad player. He's just been poor this season because clearly he didn't want to be here at the beginning, right?
But let's face it, Danny.
He's had 3 managers in a season, right?
Yeah, but Danny, doesn't that come down to planning? Like, but
yeah, of course.
like,
but this is what I'm saying, Saba. Like, he's actually
if you
not.
bring any
the fact-
player
if
in,
you, go on.
hang on, Danny. If you bring like Mawani. Like when you break down last summer and you saw fans going, "Oh my God, what a summer!" And Danny, you know, I was one of the very few people that turned around and said, "What a shit summer." I thought it was shit. I thought it was awful, right? Because you've lost Son, you've lost Kulu, you've lost Maddison, right? And you're thinking to yourself, right? We finished 17th in the league, as Mark said, as the sheriff said. There's your warning sign, right? What are you going to do? Let's go and really revamp this squad. What did we do? Let's break it down, Danny. Tottenham went and bought Tell, who had been shocking on loan. Yep. They bought Sakai, who I'll skip past that, right?
Yeah,
they bought Kudus, great signing for me to solve one of the winger positions. They then got Paulinho on loan, which told you there's no plan because if there was a plan, you go and buy a DM that's going to be your guy for the next 4 or 5 years. So there's no plan. They bring in Xavi Simons because Maddison got injured. Mm-hmm. I'll put it out there. If Maddison had not got injured on tour, I don't think we buy anyone there.
No chance.
And then Mawani comes in on the last day because Solanke gets an injury, right? So when you're bringing in Mawani on the last day, how can anyone turn around and say that there was a plan for having Mawani?
There wasn't a plan.
Exactly. So,
and the only reason we got him, Sava, was because the deal fell through with Juventus. That was the only reason.
Yeah.
On that note, guys, I need to go because I need to cheer on Millwall today. So I'm going full Millwall.
Thanks for coming on, Sava.
So Sava, if Bromley got promoted, are they in National League now?
No, Bromley are promoted, mate. They're up.
No. Bromley are promoted. That's what I said. Are they gone back to the National League?
Who?
Bromley.
League 2, no? Or League 1?
Bromley have just gone up to League 1.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll be seeing them in a year's time then.
If Bromley win today and MK Dons don't, Bromley win the league.
There you go. You can go on the parade, Sava.
It's their second ever season in the Football League and they've got promoted.
Sava,
that's very similar to what Yeovil did.
Get the Bromley shirt in, Sava.
Well, it's like Ellie just said. Like you'll probably Tottenham will probably be seeing them soon at some point.
Yeah, we'll be seeing them.
Right, guys, I've got to go. I've got a date with Kuva, who's getting a bit saucy in the chat. I'll see you later.
There you go. Take care, Sava. Cheers, mate.
Bye.
Thank you. There you go. There you go.
Well, he talks the truth, doesn't he?
I agree with Saba, right? Because when you think about it, that no plan in place, from what we believe to know, he's having to drag in academy kids to the first team this weekend, isn't he? To put on the bench, right? And then there's 2 young players.
Hello.
Sorry, they're saying.
Can't hear me.
Yeah, I can hear you, Ellie. Can hear you.
And then you're having to put Maddison, who's quite clearly not fit, on the bench as a morale booster. So that just says everything.
I mean, to me, what is the sense of Maddison even being on there if he's got no chance of playing?
No, I mean, he's picking up a space on the bench because we have no one else.
Well, you can't tell me that a kid this fit couldn't replace him. You know, a promising youngster. You know, we had this discussion last night. I'm not getting.
So you put Luke Williams-Barnett on the bench, then, Mark? Yeah.
But well, surely someone who can actually do a job, if required, is better than having someone who can't even run on the pitch.
I don't think they're risking Maddison, Mark.
Yeah.
Right. If he's not 100%, end of story. They can't, Mark. They can't risk him going down again before the end of the season and then having to go through all that again.
Yeah, hang on a minute, mate. We are in a slightly dire position, though. But
I know, but
my question is, if he's not even really ever going to be brought on, what's the point of him being on the bench?
He could have sat behind the bench, couldn't he, and still had the same impact. Let's be honest.
And they could have stuck Robinson Kiddie on there that might actually do something.
Yeah, like put Luca Williams-Barnett on the bench.
Any of them.
Yeah, any of them. Yeah, I get that. And De Zerbi said that he's not going to be ready for 3 matches, didn't he? So that means it's only the Everton match that he can play in.
Oh, it's madness.
Well, to be honest, then what's the point of even being on there?
Yeah, there you go.
There's no point whatsoever. If you've got no intentions of bringing...
Taking up the space.
Because let's face it, when a manager names his team and his subs bench, there is every intention that if needs must, they will be needed. Why are you putting a player on there that has got no chance of playing because you're not going to risk him? All right, some of the substitutes are going to be second and third choice, like the second goalie and all that sort of stuff, or the third goalie sometimes. But why would you put a player on that is literally going to contribute 0? To me, that's madness.
Oh no.
Well, he had the opportunity was there for him to come on, Mark, a couple of times when he'd been on the bench, and they never put him on. Do you know what I mean? So, if they needed something in a game and he was ready as such to play 20 minutes or quarter of an hour or whatever, right, they would have brought him on. And they never did. There was never an inkling that he was going to be brought on in any way.
He was off down the tunnel at one stage.
Yeah.
I know, that was the Brighton match, wasn't it? Because, we'd used all our subs, and then Xavi goes down with his calf, holding his calf and crying, and we couldn't even bring him on then. It's ridiculous. It's like it's a shambles, isn't it?
So would you have a Luca Williams-Barnett on the bench now then? Because we were speaking about this weeks ago, right? We was talking about this when we were short of players, and the response that I got was, he's too young. Well, I know he's too young, and I know he's too inexperienced, but what other option have we got?
Well, there is
I think
there's no other option.
Williams-Barnett's coming back from an injury, isn't he? That's what I heard.
He's all right now, I've heard.
Yeah, he wasn't in the under whatever it was, 23s or 21 squad last night. So whether that means that he might be in the squad for tomorrow, I don't know.
God, I think you've hit the nail on the head there, Cookie. I reckon he will be.
Well, that's the only options we got, though, isn't it? And this is what we're saying, coming down to negligence by our bloody board. And our director of football turning around in January saying, "Oh, it's all right. Our injured players are coming back." Well, when are they coming back? We've had 27 injuries this season. We're top with the injury. 27 injuries.
The thing is, what they overlook, Steve, is that the ones that we really rely on, the creatives and the goal scorers, were injured. So they should have got somebody. Look, West Ham went and bought 2 strikers. Right. Well, one who plays as a false 9 and one who's an out-and-out striker, Tatty, and he's got them out of a lot of pickle. That player, he scored goals, important goals for them. Yeah, and we're stuck now. Solanke's injured again, so we're stuck with Richie and Muwani, who hasn't scored. He scored 1 goal, hasn't he?
Yeah, but you noticed that earlier that said our forwards have got 13 goals between them this season, right?
I mean,
Robert Calvert-Lewin for Leeds United's got 12 on his own.
You know what I mean? And he's considered as a poor striker, isn't he?
Exactly. And he got his 12th league goal of the season last night. And I was like, well, that just says everything, really, doesn't it, of where we are.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not good, is it? It definitely isn't good. I mean, to me, I think we're down anyway. I don't think it really. The team have showed me nothing the whole of this season to say to me we have to fight to keep the club up.
Sheriff, I've said this for a long time, right? Yeah, I said the Chelsea game will be the one that confirms it.
Well, put it this way: can you imagine how many T-shirts and how many memes there's going to be if Chelsea put us down?
I know.
Yeah, and it's a Tuesday night as well. It's a Tuesday night now. It's moved to Tuesday.
Yes, after the FA Cup final. They will dine on that for years and years and years.
You're right, Sheriff. And it's not just fight.
And this is the sad indictment of what the football club has become.
It's not just fight as well, Sheriff. It's quality. Like when I look at our passing, it's really bad. Like we and the way we pass as well. We don't progress the ball.
No.
Right? It's like sideways and backwards. My eyes hurt and my heart hurts watching us play because it's atrocious the way we play. There's no patterns of play. We haven't got a style. The passing's atrocious. We're negative in our play. It's just so great. It's grinding to watch us, you know.
Yeah.
And
when
the
I've been on
quality's not there.
When I've been on the watch-alongs on this channel, me, the boss, and Nige, it's like a therapy session between us.
Yeah.
It is, isn't it, mate? It's like a therapy session.
Yeah, it is. It is. And it's hard because you're sitting there and you want to talk positively about your football team. Do you know what I mean? And like Ellie's saying, little passages of play. Oh, wasn't that nice?
Yeah.
But it just don't happen.
When there has been that, though, we've bigged it up, haven't we?
Well, of course, yeah. You know. Listen, I'll say it again. It might sound like we come across negatively on this channel, but at the end of the day, you can only talk about what's actually going on physically, what you're seeing with your eyes. Yeah, you can't lie about it. What? You know what I mean? That's just you've got to tell the truth of what you're seeing, unfortunately. And I'll say it again. It's been an absolute shit fest now for God knows how long. Yeah, and this season, that run of those games from December the 28th until we beat Wolves, there were a lot of those games that were, I would just say, appalling from Tottenham and from Tottenham players.
95% of them.
What was worse? What was worse, the West Ham game or the Forest game?
Forest for me.
Forest, definitely.
Well, you went to both of them,
mate. And do you know what done it for me in the Forest game? Like I said last night, when I got up, I had my head in my hands and I thought, we're done. We are actually done. We are going down. And it was a realism of sitting in that stadium, right? Because it's all right sitting here watching it on the telly and you know, coming on here and saying what you think. And then, as you all know, apart from the West Ham game this season, I ain't been for 25 years. Right. And I'm watching now, I'm sitting and I'm watching, right? And everyone around me, no one's even disappointed.
Oh, no.
And I've got up out the chair and I'm walking down the stairs and I'm saying, do you lot think this is all right? And they're just looking at me.
They look at you like you're a weirdo, don't they?
It's just, I just don't get it. I
tell
don't
you what,
understand it.
That Forest game was bad, right? But I went to the Palace game and I was with my brother. And honestly, Basuma had the ball, right? And he was looking for somebody to pass to. Or was that the Newcastle game? I can't remember. They're all shit. But whatever it was, whatever game it was, I remember Basuma having the ball and everybody was having a go at Basuma, right? And I said, I turned around and I said, how dare you have a go at Basuma? He's trying to look for somebody to move. They were all stationary.
Yeah.
Like they didn't care. And like I said, all hiding.
That's the worst thing for me, Ellie. At the West Ham game and at the Forest game, right? We're sitting there pointing stuff out. Do you know what I mean? Don't get me wrong. We're only fans sitting there. We're not football coaches at the end of the day. You know, but basic stuff like players giving the ball and standing still. Like you say, players that only have to move 2 yards sideways to be in the vision of the player that's got the ball. But no, our players are standing directly behind West Ham players. directly behind Forest players and not moving. And everyone's getting the arse in the crowd because Romero's standing there with his foot on the ball. Yeah. Well, who do you want me to pass it to? Because no fucker's moving.
I know. And Romero's bloody good at passing as well. He's the only one in the top 20.
Well, put it this way, right? I played football at school, PE teacher, and he said, when you pass the ball, do not just stand there. Move. Move.
Right.
Find space. Have a look around you and find a space.
Yeah. And also,
to help your team.
Also, Sheriff, take the bloody ball on the half turn, not with your back to the. You know what I mean? There's so many players, they just stand there like facing the ball and they don't take it on the half turn so they can get away from their marker. Idiots.
Yeah.
We can all see what's going to happen Sunday, though, and it's going to be sideways, backwards, Richie falling over every 2 seconds trying to draw a foul. And, yeah. That's what it's going to go on.
If he gets a foul near the penalty box, we've got a chance of scoring from a set piece. Because one thing Poro's good at is a delivery from a standing point. Because his passing this year, in general, has been pants. Yeah. Right? But when it comes to a set piece, like a corner or free kick, it's been a lot better. Right? But like, I'll take the piss out of Arsenal that they're Stoke City. But our best chance of scoring is from a set piece.
Well, we said that the other day, didn't we, on the show the other day, in the morning? We said, like, yeah, that's the only thing we got because we ain't creating nothing and we don't get a penalty because we don't get.
We haven't had one in season.
Yeah.
So when we do get one, we'll miss it.
We had a penalty all season, have we? And I'm just going to reiterate again.
It's going to be Richie who's going to take it as well, isn't it?
I'm just going to reiterate again that there's over 100 in here.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know
hang on a minute. And there's barely 60 likes.
Come on, then.
Come on.
Hit the like.
Do us a
hit
favour.
The like button,
Sheriff
please.
was stamping his authority down there, Steve. Did you notice
that?
Yeah.
I like Sheriff when he gets angry.
Yeah,
he's quite sexy when he gets angry.
Oh, Sheriff. Woo!
I'll tell you what's the funny thing that I thought of this morning is that after that win for Leeds last night, Joe Rodon stays in the Premier League and world-class Van der Ven and Romero are getting relegated.
There you go.
Yeah.
I never thought of it.
No, Rodon will probably get another tattoo.
Yeah.
Well.
Wow. Yeah, it is what it is. Danny, you've been very quiet. I've got to say, DK, are you still here?
He's gone, isn't he?
He's gone. I thought
he's probably gone to get something to eat.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, he'll come back in a minute. So I'm still here. It's all right. Probably in the loo or something.
They call it the breakfast brunch, didn't you?
You up the allotment today, mate? Are you going up the allotment today, or?
I am going up the allotment. Yeah, I've got a TV to go and buy because me little TV here, just here, has give up the ghost.
Oh,
so
dear.
I've got to go and get a telly for the old watch along tomorrow. Yeah, you know what I mean?
Your TV did the Spursy.
Yeah, it did. Yeah.
I'll tell you what I'm doing this afternoon, mate. I'm going to not even look at the West Ham result. Yeah, I'm going to be watching Stevenage versus Wigan because if Stevenage win, right, Stevenage are my local team. If they win, they get a promotion place and they're going to playoffs, semi-finals. So that's what I'm watching today. I'm watching Stevenage.
My husband's team, QPR, they could break Ipswich's hearts today if they get a win. Mind you, Ipswich are 1 point ahead, right? So if the other teams lose as well, then they still go up. That's going to be interesting. 12:30 kickoffs, isn't it?
Millwall have got Oxford, didn't they?
Yeah. Do you know what? It's such an indictment on our club that we're talking about all these other clubs.
I was going to say, you know, I'm more interested in watching what's going on in the lower leagues.
You know what I mean?
I'm not sure. Like, is the National League finished? Are they done?
Don't know.
Today.
Tell me.
Yeah, it was. Wasn't it? Rochdale and York the other night, wasn't it? In the playoff thing, it's still going on. Yeah, no,
my local team
Whoever beat Rochdale in the last minute, they've won the league, and now Rochdale have gone into the playoff places.
I'm looking forward to the playoffs more than the
could
World
have-
Cup, actually.
We could have a situation when Millwall come up and we go down. Oh my
Yeah.
God.
They made the news last night. The lady was outside. I videoed it on the telly. She was outside Millwall's ground saying they could come up. Yeah.
Two
Well, they're in the
separate things I
playoffs.
just
They
want
can
to
come up
ask before we
automatically.
go. Does anyone think Porro should play further up in this match?
Have we got
Right,
another
so
right
as
back?
in play a Spence
well,
at right
Spence
back, play
behind him.
Porro further up, and play Sousa on the left? Just asking.
No.
No.
Not for me.
I'm just thinking playing Porro maybe further up the field, get a few crosses in the box. I don't know.
Mate, you're right back, isn't he?
I just think you'll get caught.
But you don't get back, isn't he? So he can play on the left.
You get caught with Spence and Porro both in their half, and our right hand side will be wide open.
Spence is a right back, though, isn't he? By trade.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know,
he's a right.
It'll be interesting to see what he does.
Oh, he's back.
Dan's back. Come on, Dan.
Dan, where did you go? We was calling you.
I went to get a drink.
Let's see.
I
said it's a loo or a drink, one or the other.
Little boy's room.
There you go. Go on, Dan.
I don't drink from the little boys' room, you Ellie. I'm not Arteta, mate.
Go on, Dad. What was you going to say? Go on.
I thought you went to put the Suvla on.
No, it's going to be interesting to see what he does, because he's talked about Sousa playing maybe right wing. I think we all kind of have a feeling of what he's going to do. It'll probably go pretty much the same formation. The only difference will be Tell will have to start on the left, Muani will be on the right, and up front will be Richarlison, and in the middle it will be Basuma, Bentancur, and Gallagher again. I don't think that he'll play Paulinho from the beginning. Who knows why no manager has kind of lost their faith in Paulinho from the beginning? Maybe it's because you've got someone like Basuma who's probably a bit more energetic. If you actually look at the actual passing statistics, Basuma is one of our most accurate passers we have in the squad. So it kind of, if everyone actually takes takes all the statistics out in terms of who's got the most tackles and all this kind of stuff, you've got to remember the fundamentals of what De Zerbi is and how he wants his teams to play football, right? Which is he wants people who are good on the ball, who are not scared to have the ball, who can progress the ball, right? And who are good in possession and in transition. And unfortunately, Basuma is a better player than Paulinho as that type of player that he wants in the midfield. The reason why Paulinho is good is because when he's set pieces, especially from corners, which is where he scored most of his goals, he comes alive, right? So I understand if he's going to bring in Paulinho, it will most likely be in the 60th minute to do that. But the thing is, people keep saying Paulinho is one of our best players, right? He's one of the best players at doing a specific job. That's it, right? Yes, he scored goals from set pieces, right? But the problem is, unless we're going to go and play that way, and we're just going to try and score goals from set pieces, then I can understand why you play Paulinho. But if you're not going to do that, the problem is that you need players who are good on the ball, because at this moment in time, we do not have any players that are good on the ball. So the only way to try and play a certain way and to have players that are not scared of having the ball is to play the players who are not scared of having the ball at their feet and progressing it, which is exactly what Basuma is. People might not like it, but that is literally, if we're going to look at statistics, that is statistically the right decision to make, is to put Basuma in the middle, because and as much as people don't want to hear it, last season, the back end of the last quarter of the season last season, Basuma was one of our best players. right? He was the man of the match in the he was the man of the match in Europa League. He was key in those games, and he is one of the best players at Spurs. So people keep saying that Paulinho is the best player. At what, right? He's the best tackler, but unfortunately, we need far more than tackling if we want to have a chance to win a game of football. And Paulinho, as much as he might score goals from set pieces, we're not playing Frank ball anymore. If we were playing Thomas Frank ball, I would say Paulinho every single day, because Paulinho would be perfect for the way Frank was playing, because I kept banging on about this all season when Frank was here. Frank was trying to get the most out of the players that he had, which is the reason we were playing the way that we were and why we were scoring so many set pieces, because he knew that we can't fucking score goals to save our lives. So the only way we could score goals was from maximizing the things that we can get goals from, which were the set pieces. This is exactly why Paulinho and Bentancur were our best players when he was there. But under De Zerbi, Paulinho is not the best player, unfortunately. Just people keep saying, "Oh, he's the best player." Yeah, he was the best player in a system that suited the manager who was playing him before, right? But as soon as different managers come in, who's clearly said how much he wants players who are good on the ball, right? And the funny thing is, people love to forget. Like I think you said it last night, Cookie, on your show, that we've conceded only 7 shots against us in the last couple of games since De Zerbi's been here. Was that you said that?
No, it weren't me. It weren't me. Actually, I can't take the credit for that one, Dan.
I can't remember what went on last night.
Well, someone said it, right? It was whether on your show or someone else's show, but apparently we've only conceded 7 shots against us in on target since De Zerbi's been here, which just goes to show the actual structure of our team is better under De Zerbi. We'll actually have more of a chance of winning. And like people think, like if we look at that Brighton game, we should have won that game. And Brighton were the best team in the league on form at that time.
Yeah, they were.
So I don't know why people think Paulinho should all of a sudden come into the game just because he scored a goal in the last game. Amazing he scored the goal. But again, it was from a set piece, right? So if he comes on with half an hour to go, there's still a chance to score a set piece, right? But the thing is, Bikey, we're not playing to play for set pieces. That is not De Zerbi's style. That is Thomas Frank's style. And everyone wanted Thomas Frank out. So if people wanted Thomas Frank out because of the way he was playing football, right? I was one of the only few that actually said, I can see exactly what Frank is doing. And I said I didn't want him to go because I still believe that he would have kept us up, because he knew he could see how shit our team was, and he could see the only way to score goals was through set pieces. But now we've got a different manager who wants to play possession football, and he wants players who are good on the ball. And Paulinho is not that player, unfortunately. Basuma does a far better job on the ball than Paulinho. So if he comes on and scores again, great. Keep doing the same thing. Keep coming on as a substitute and making an impact. That's why you're in the team. It's a team game, right? But unfortunately, from the start, I don't think it's what De Zerbi wants, and I don't think it's what the team wants. Why do you think he kept playing Muani, right? Why do you think De Zerbi, right, keeps saying how Muani is a top player? He said it in his press conference the other day. He said Muani is a top player. Why is that? Because if anyone uses their eyes, right, Muani has actually got ability, right? The problem with Muani is that he needs to have the belief and the confidence in himself, because he didn't really want to come to Spurs. It was a last resort. He's had 3 managers who've mismanaged him. He had injury at the start of the season when he's never had an injury before, right? And people say, oh, Muani's shit. He's not shit. He just hasn't had the right confidence or the right coaching, right? And I think De Zerbi, why do you think De Zerbi said, I need to take him for breakfast, lunch, and dinner? Because he needs to get him to believe in his ability, because the kid, Muani, has got ability. He didn't go to Paris Saint-Germain for 70, 80 million euros for nothing, right? I'm sorry. A team like PSG do not play that much money for a player if they don't think they've got ability. It's ridiculous.
But
right?
they soon wanted a shot of him, though, didn't they, Danny?
Yeah, they wanted shot
I
of him,
said
but
it as well, Danny. I said
wanted
he's got technical ability. He
he
has
has
got it.
Ellie. He's got
It's
technical
just the
ability.
application is not there.
Yeah,
He's lost,
exactly.
Yeah.
He's lost his application, and that's what De Zerbi's trying to do. De Zerbi, if you listen to his press conferences, everything he's doing is trying to tell the people that he said it himself. Negative talk is for losers. It's for losers, right? If these players go into a game, right, and think, and I've said this for weeks now, what De Zerbi is trying to do psychologically to these players is he's trying to tell them, fuck what happened the rest of the season. I don't give a fuck what happened before I came here. It's about what happens now, right? Because the players cannot dwell on the past because the past is done, right? It is done. As much as people want to say, oh, but we didn't win a game in 16 or we haven't won a game in 2026. That's not the point, right? Yeah, we all know that. We're not stupid, right? But what he's got to do is he's got to get into those players' heads and make them believe that whoever, regardless of who's on that pitch, we can beat whoever is in front of us. That's the only way we're staying up. I don't care if the injuries are there. I don't care. I know it's going to be more difficult because Xavi is out and Solanke's out. So it definitely makes it a lot harder, right? But I agree with what De Zerbi's saying. If we want to stay up, the only way we stay up is believing in ourselves, right? That's the only way. That's the only way. There's no other way, right? We have to believe that we are better than Aston Villa. And even if we're not, we have to believe it, right? Because that is the only way these players are going to get something out of these games, the last 4 games. Which is why, look, I still believe we'll stay up, and I think it will go down to the last day. But I do agree with what Ellie said earlier. If we lose today and we lose to Leeds, it's done. It's absolutely done. But for me, I think we're going to beat Villa, and I think we're going to beat Leeds. And I know that sounds stupid, but I've seen enough under De Zerbi to believe that. And as much as these players are shit, and I've said all season how crap these players are, I still think there's enough in there to stay in this league.
Yeah, he did say he wants to cut out all the noise, didn't he? All the negative noise.
This is it, Ellie. He has to
crybabies.
Yeah, he has to put them in a bubble, right? So from a psychological, I've done a lot of work with psychology and stuff like this, and my own therapy and stuff like this, right? And from a psychological perspective, if you have any doubts in your mind, any negative talk, you attract that negative shit, right? You then tell yourself, "Oh, I'm not good enough," or "We're not good enough." Right? If the players are sitting there telling themselves that we're not good enough because we haven't won a game in all season, right? Or we've only won 2 games at home, they're going to believe that. And they're going to literally say, oh, we can't do it no matter what. So when you go onto the pitch, they're not going to be able to express themselves to be able to play the game that they can play.
But they're going to be beat before they go out, Danny.
Exactly, Mark. Exactly, Sheriff. So this is why what I've seen with De Zerbi is and unfortunately, it's a shame that he's only had a short amount of time to try and do this, but he is trying to change their belief system because
he's psychologically trying to change.
Why do you think
the team are thinking?
Exactly. Why do you think he's so positive? He goes, I believe we can stay up. He kept saying to what's his name, the Sky Sports presenter, in the interview, in the press conference yesterday, he kept saying that it's not done yet. It's not done yet, right? He's trying to tell these players, this is a fight. This is a fight until the last minute, until it's over, and you're not giving up until it's over, right? So that's the only way we're gonna win, guys. That's the only way. It doesn't matter about quality, doesn't matter about structure. It matters about how much they're gonna fight and if they believe in themselves. And what I've seen a little bit more belief than what I've seen in a lot with De Zerbi than I have seen for a while with this Tottenham team. The last time I saw belief was when we came back from 2-0 down to draw 2-2 with Man City at home. That was the last time I saw real belief from this team, right? And I've seen it a bit against Brighton. I've seen it a little bit against Wolves, not a lot. A little bit against Sunderland. Okay, that was unfortunate. We had an unlucky goal. We should have got more out of that game, to be honest with you. So, yeah, Michael Bridge, that's it. So, look, I think football is small margins, right? It is fine margins. Yeah. And people if we're going to take positives, Tottenham have got the best record at Villa Park in the Premier League over the last 20 years. There's no team that's won more at Villa Park than Tottenham in the last 20 years.
Not
And
lately,
these
though,
things-
is it?
Yeah, but Mark, the thing is, these things are all psychological.
Yeah,
Look at us against Man City. We could be the shittest team in the league, and we'll still go and
We
beat
are.
Man City. Yeah,
We are.
but this is what I'm saying, though, Sheriff. We go and beat Man City because history tells us that over 30, 40 years we've got the best record at Man City, right? Just like Chelsea have got the best record against us at Chelsea, Stamford Bridge, right? Against any team in the last 30 years, right? And against Liverpool and these kind of teams. So, but the thing is, records are meant to be broken. And for me, I'm going on the belief that that this team have got enough, right, to scrape staying up. And I'm not saying that we're gonna stay up by a margin. I think it is literally going to come down to goal difference or a point or something like that.
Danny, can I ask your opinion on something? So you're saying about football being psychological and stuff like that. So we finished 17th last year, right? Yeah, we won the Europa League, but we finished 17th last year. Our home record was shocking last season, and then Frank comes in, a new manager, and says we will lose games. Do you think that had an effect on them?
Yeah, I think so. I understand what Frank was saying because he was being honest, right?
Yeah.
Because he's not wrong by what he said. He was telling the truth. But unfortunately, especially in the modern game, right? These players are a bunch of prima donnas, right? They need their dummies in order for them to feel good, right? So they need to be patted on the head like little children, right? Being guided through life by their parents, right? That's what these footballers are like. They are like children. So they have to be treated like children because they're too pampered, they're overpaid, and they don't have the respect for their peers around them, right? Which is why nowadays, nowadays at a lot of clubs, right, the players are the ones that eventually end up determining what happens with them and stuff like this. There's no authority anymore, right? And what Frank didn't realize is how bad these players' mentality, how shit their mentality is, right? He had no idea. So him saying that at the beginning, he didn't think that they would react the way they did, right? But the problem is that these players, Tottenham players specifically, they are atrocious when it comes to mentality, because what Frank didn't realize at that time he said that was that also this mentality has come from the club itself, from the board, from the culture, everything. So he said that based on just looking at it from a human perspective, right? And he was not wrong with what he said. I actually liked what he said. But the problem is him coming into Tottenham and saying that, right? It's a very different thing, right? Because if he went to Real Madrid, if he went to Real Madrid and said that, do you think it'd be different? Because the players' mentality at Real Madrid are very different, right?
Yeah.
But because we're Tottenham players and we got players who think they're better than what they are, right? And they're little crybabies, most of them, right? It affected them, which is why you've looked at De Zerbi, and De Zerbi is talking as if we are one of the best teams in the league. If you listen to the way he speaks, he's aware of the injuries. He's aware, but he's not trying to blame the excuses on that, right?
No.
He's not trying to say it doesn't matter about the injuries. He goes, we need to focus on what we have, and that this team in front of us, we can beat anyone. How do you think Pochettino did what he did with our players when we'd never been in that position before, especially given the fact that we didn't have a bench, we only had a first 11? Because he made them believe, everyone in the fan base, everyone, right, believed, because Pochettino made us believe, right?
Yeah.
That's exactly what De Zerbi has to try and do. Unfortunately, we're in such a fucking mess that he doesn't have enough time to change it around from a cultural level, right? But just to get us out of this situation, I think it may be just enough, but time will tell. Time will tell.
And also, adding to what Danny said, right? So you remember when Harry Kane went to Bayern Munich, he blatantly said that the mentality of our club, it didn't matter that we lost.
Yeah.
It didn't matter. They just brush themselves down. They don't care. They just move on. But when he went to Bayern Munich, he saw, you're not going to lose, mate, when you go Bayern. It's unacceptable. But our club, losing's become unacceptable under Enoch since the day they moved in, right? And what he says about Poch as well, Danny, you're spot on, right? He made everybody believe. That's why everybody was singing Maurizio Pochettino is magic, you know, right?
Yeah.
Okay, we didn't win anything, but he took us to heights that we've never seen before.
And Ellie, he took us to heights, right? When the club's ambition was never to be at that level, right? Not at that time.
Right,
Because
so he was
Daniel
fighting
Levy,
against it, wasn't he?
Daniel Levy even said it. He even said in that documentary, the Spurs doc, he said that we were years ahead of our project, or where we thought we would be, right? So because Pochettino took us to a level where no one expected, including the owners, right? And when we got to that level, and then that's where Pochettino started to fall out with the ownership and fall out, and everything started to unravel.
So that he was a coach rather than a manager.
Well, because he kept saying that we've got this wonderful house, but we ain't got the furniture. Because he was basically, we all know what that means. We all know that he was saying, look, we've got a good core, but we need a squad full of quality, not just 10 or 11 players, right? And the club didn't want to do that. And that's why we fell apart. And we've been falling ever since then. Because
let's face it, Danny, let's face it. The board's ambition was just top 4.
Yeah, of course. Yeah,
top 4, get the Champions League money in. Thank you very much. It was never about winning the league.
No, never.
No.
You can say that about Ange last season, though. He went, sod you, I always been saying on my second season, I'm going to prove I'm right, and made the players believe that they could go and win that Europa League.
The thing is, you've got to remember the circumstances, right, from last year. Last year, we were in a point in January where there was no way we were going to reach top 4. We weren't going to reach top 4 after January, right? So Ange, the last resort was Ange, because like Sheriff said, Enoch only want top 4, right? Ange basically said, okay, to the board, if you stick with me, I'm going to win that trophy and we'll get Champions League football and Champions League money.
Yeah.
So Levy did what Levy would never do, which is actually agree with it and keep the manager regardless of how the form was, because Levy's gamble was that was the only way of Champions League football. So Ange made him believe that was literally, he's right though. Ange was right. That was the only way we were going to get Champions League football.
That's been the remit of the board for years and years and years.
That's why Ange stayed in the job.
Get us the Champions League money rolling in. That's good enough.
That's all they care about.
Yeah.
So
end of.
This is why, like, even though we've got what we've got, I'm going on the hope and the belief that De Zerbi is going to be able to get enough out of these players to just scrape staying up in this division, right? And on the conversation you guys were having about Arsenal, I couldn't give a fuck what Arsenal do, right? I care about what Spurs do. Of course, we want Arsenal to lose, but like what I think Steve or Joey said it earlier, as long as they keep winning up until that West Ham game, like after that, with that West Ham game, I want Arsenal to win that game, right? Because I want West Ham to lose every single game, because unfortunately, as it stands, we do have to rely on West Ham dropping points and us gaining points as it stands. So Arsenal, I'll be an Arsenal supporter on that night, because I want every way possible for us to stay up, and we're going to need that kind of luck if we're going to stay up in this division, especially given the fact we're so down on attackers right now. Like, we are short of attackers.
Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's the way. Joey, we haven't heard from you for a bit. What are you thinking about what Danny said there? You've probably been listening away.
I kind of agree. I disagree with. I just think, our squad. I don't agree with Moani because I don't think he's very good, and that's just my opinion. But we have got a squad of players built for 5 different managers. So is it any wonder we're where we are? It's like a manager comes in, gets 2 or 3 players. He's gone a few months later. Another manager comes in, gets 2 or 3 players. And it just, there is no... It's why when you look at them on that pitch, they look like they're lost. They look like they've never, ever played with each other before or trained with each other before, because it's just a mess. The whole thing is a mess, from the managers to the players to the boards. It just, as I said last night, it's not one thing. but
Can I
we
ask you
do
a
have
question,
to
Joey?
rely. Yeah, ask
I
away.
want to ask you a question. Do you think that De Zerbi, right, he's got into the players' heads, and that we're going to see a switch, right? And we're going to, because we've got 4 out of 9.
No, it's the easy
4 out of
answer.
9. You don't think he's got the
He's trying
ability
to,
to
Ellie.
change it?
He's definitely trying to.
I agree with what Danny said. He's trying to psychologically get to them that they are better than their position in the league. Blah 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 blah. I get that, but I didn't see anything really in the Wolves game. Probably the Brighton game. I could have said, yeah, I saw something. The Wolves game, it was just revert to type. We were lucky to win that game, to nick a late goal. And
the thing is, you say that though, we still defended. We still defended well, and you've got people keep forgetting that Wolves have beaten. They drew with Arsenal at home. They beat Liverpool, and didn't they beat someone else like Man United or someone at home?
Villa. It was Aston Villa 2-0.
They are the bottom of the table team.
But this is in recent weeks.
Their
though.
form was
This
quite
is-
good.
Yeah,
wasn't
this
it?
happened. This happened in recent weeks, right? In the recent months, should I say? So to say that we went to Wolves, we never win at Wolves. When was the last time we won at Wolves? Years ago, right? The last time we even beat Wolves in the Premier League was years ago. So the fact that we're so shit, right? And we go to Wolves and we still nick a 1-0, right? That psychologically is a big thing. And I don't care how fucking shit we play, as long as we nick a result, right?
Oh yeah, the result is the important thing.
But this is exactly it, right? This is exactly it, that we did something that we haven't done for a long time. And given the fact that we've gone to Wolves with better teams than this and still lost, right? And we've gone with one of our shittest teams we've ever had, and we've gone and won, right? That's a big thing. So this is why I'm saying that psychologically, he's putting that belief in that we are going to fight for everything. And this is what I'm seeing. And I don't care how bad we're playing. Like he even said, De Zerbi even said himself, it's not about the performance. It's about doing the right things. Every time I see him on the touchline, every single time the camera pans to him, he's always pointing to his head. He's always saying, hey, focus, 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 right? Because he's trying to drill it into them. If you focus on what we've practiced in training, you will get a result. Like you just have to focus, stay focused, stay focused. That's what he keeps trying to tell these players. So this is what I'm seeing from an outside point of view.
Do you know what? Also, Danny, right, when he was at Marseille, right, he had them top of the league after about 12 matches, right? And then they started to falter a little bit. They were second, then they go down to third. And then when he left, I think they were third, and then they sacked him, right? So he has got the capability of making players that are not as good as another team of believing that they can do it, right? Because he had them up the top.
I'll be honest, Ellie. What I see in De Zerbi, I see the same kind of mentality in Poch, where he instills belief. He instills belief. He makes the players. He tries to utilize the players he has, and which is exactly why he's picking the teams that he's picking, is because he feels that those players are going to be able to deliver what he wants, right? With the best of what we've got right now available, right? And that is that determination, the technical ability, the fight. And it might still not be as good enough to perform well like we performed against Brighton, but it doesn't matter, because right now all we need is to nick a goal and stay solid. And since De Zerbi has come in, we have been a bit more solid than we have been in recent months. So
we're unbeaten in 2, as I said earlier this morning.
Yeah, that's right, Joey. Exactly. When was the last time that happened with Spurs?
I know.
So,
do you know what?
I don't think I'm going to say this now. I don't think we lose another game this season. I'm being honest.
Good God, Danny.
Wow.
I know you live in Amsterdam, mate, but stay at them coffee shops.
I don't think we're losing another game this season. I'm being honest.
I know you live in Amsterdam, Danny, but please just stay at them coffee shops.
I don't think we're losing. I don't think we're losing against any.
As long as we don't go even to Chelsea get beat and they put us down, that'll do me. That.
I think we'll draw at Chelsea. I don't think we'll lose.
Chelsea going through a bad patch as well. But what you said about Paulinho is very interesting. I've got on board with that now, because at first I was thinking play 4 midfielders. But if you do that, you have to lose an attacker, right? So he has to play Moani. However shit he's been, he's trying to get in his head to play better. Because me personally, I think he is a technical player. He knows how to receive the ball. It's just he's shot of confidence.
His link-up play is good as well. A lot of times his link-up play is really
I've seen him do some really good passes. But with Paulinho, I do get you, Danny, because I was looking at it from your perspective that De Zerbi likes the possession-based footballers who are competent on the ball and like to progress the ball. Where Gallagher, he's got more legs than Paulinho. He's younger. And he can do that 6 role as well. And then let Bennett,
which is what he needs.
And he can press.
I've said it before on here. I've never bought into this. He's not being played because it's contractual and it will cost the club money. But I've never ever bought into that because that just makes zero financial sense.
Paulinho's got his uses.
Yeah,
like, if we bring him on for the last half an hour. Right, if we bring him on to shore up a game or to get us a goal, he's your man.
That's when you need him because that's when he can actually perform at his highest for a short period of time because he doesn't need to. He's got the energy to run and he doesn't have to stop running for the last half an hour, 35 minutes of the game, right? And he's also an additional threat from a set piece. So I'm going to say this as well. If we have a chance of staying up, Tell has got to be one of our biggest outlets in the next 4 games. And and I know I've said this, if Xavi got injured, I'm not sure if we stay up, right? But I think if we lose any other attackers, especially Tell, I think we're done. We're absolutely done, right? Tell right now, I think he's when I've seen him play recently as well, and this season, he's looking every time he has more and more minutes, he looks more and more confident. He looks more and more like he'll beat his man. And he's doing something. He's trying to create something, right? He might not be a composed finisher, right? But at least he's actually giving it a go. And you can see that, right? And I think if we're going to have a chance, I think he's got to be someone. He's got to step up even more than he has done. And we've got to have one of those strikers, one of those forwards, do something we haven't seen this season. And that's another thing which remains to be seen, whether that happens or not. But if we want to stay up, they're going to have to find some kind of inner belief that they can score a goal in the next 4 games.
Boss, have you had the evil stare yet?
Yeah. I was just coming in with that one. Yeah. Unfortunately, my 2 hours has run out this morning. But what I will say is we're on the weekend match day show in the morning at 9:30. Hopefully Nigel will join us. And it would be interesting a little bit if some of you are about to carry on this conversation. Yeah. Because it's been very interesting, to be honest with you, to see, especially Danny giving your in-depth there, Danny. It's just interesting to see how people see it. Do you know what I mean? And in-depth like that. And, I always say people have got different ways of getting to the same place, if that makes sense. And again, I'll say it. It's what I love about this show, that people can come on and be in depth about how they feel and how they see that we can get out of stuff like what we're going through at the moment. So, listen, I'm going to wrap the show up.
Before you do, Cookie, can I just say one more thing?
Go on, mate. Yeah.
The last thing I'll say is that if we're looking at this realistically and including, I think, how De Zerbi looks at it, I don't think for one moment De Zerbi looks at it and thinks these players are top class players, right? I think he knows he's not dumb. He's an intelligent manager, right? He knows who's shit and he knows who's okay, right? And I guarantee you, if we stay up, which I believe we will, right? A lot of those players are not in his plans because he knows they're not good enough, right? But he's got the job of trying to make them believe that they are good enough. And that's what the challenge is, right? That is the only challenge he has, because if he makes them believe they're good enough, we will get points and we will stay up. It's as simple as that. That's what I think.
Fair play. Happy days. Well done, Dan. Well done to everyone, actually, this morning. I think, it's been such an interesting chat this morning. Sheriff, anything that you want to say before we depart AVU?
2 hours, 10 minutes, mate.
Yeah.
my stomach thinks my throat's been cut.
Yeah.
I ought to go and get something to eat.
All right then. Well, that's great.
And
Sheriff's
also,
off breakfast.
Cookie and Sheriff, you had Saba come on, and he doesn't normally do that, so that proves that he loves your show.
There you go. There you go. That is true, actually. Yeah, that is true.
He's shying away from doing that.
Yeah.
And he's come on your show today. Sorry. That just shows you two blokes are tops.
I'll just say one thing about Saba. He had his own YouTube channel, right? He's gone back to work now, but like, well, his channel's still going, but like, he's always supported us.
Yeah.
Always supported us. Like, whenever he can give us a shout out, he'll give us a shout out. Both of us have been on his show a few times. So big him up.
Yeah. We've had a lot of support off a lot of people, but Sava is one of those that's always at the end of a phone if you need to speak to him about something. So big up to you, Sava. Thanks for coming on. Thanks to everyone, as usual, for coming on today. And like I say, if any of you chaps and chapesses are about in the morning, it'll be an interesting conversation on tomorrow to have in the morning, because being match day as well. So anyway, fingers crossed today. And I know we've sort of it's about what Spurs do, but fingers crossed today Brentford beat West Ham.
Come on, Brentford.
Please.
Now, are you pressing it or am I pressing it?
I'm going to press it.
What are you pressing?
Listen, I'll press it. I just want to say, Joey, thanks for coming on again today. Steve, big up to you, mate. Danny, big up to you. Ellie, everyone knows about Ellie's Instagram, TikTok, all that stuff. Yeah. She's on here regular. Get over to her TikTok. Shout your channels out quick, Ellie.
Yeah, I'm just on TikTok at Queen Ellie COYS and on X at Spurs are my passion. There you go.
There you go. Get over to Ellie's over there. See her comments. See what people are saying. Please, everyone that's left in, sub to the channel. Like the stream on the way out. See if you can get us to 100 likes. That would be amazing. Big up to you all. Weekend match day show in the morning, 9:30. Make sure you're all in. We'll continue the conversation. Big up to everyone. Big up to the chat. Big up to the panelists. See you all soon. Take care. And as always, come on.
Come on.
You Spurs.
Come on, you Spurs.
Come on, you Spurs.
Cookie and the sheriff.